In this video we are going to discuss about planes. Okay, a square lamina ABCD of side 60 mm with one of its edge, the depends on the condition we have to draw. It is a side based square lamina or edge based square lamina. Okay, and lamina is inclined at 45 degree to HP. Okay, then the one edge of the angle is inclined at 30 degree to VP. Okay, so the entire problem I reading this, based on this we have to draw a square lamina. Okay, in the question they give the square lamina which is in the condition is HP. So above the reference axis we represented as VP, below the reference axis is represented as HP. Okay, we have to draw a square lamina which is of 60 mm in dimension. Okay, from this point I see only C and D. Okay, so making the projection of these points D dash above the reference axis, the points will be represented as dash only. So D represented as D dash, C represented as C dash. A and B are invisible points, so it is taken in the bracket. Okay, then first the diagram is drawn in the reference axis below, then it is projected in the upwards. So we have to take an angle based on VP. Okay, in the VP region we have to take an angle HP here. Okay, a small portion is left over and making a projection and tilt an angle 45 degree from the reference axis. Okay, we have to plot these 2 points here. Okay, D dash A dash and C dash B dash, which is of same length here. Okay, same length here. Then projecting the points towards downwards, then this projecting the points towards left to right. From A and A dash, the point is the cutting point, intersect line is represented as A below the reference axis, so we have to mention it as A. B and this point is intersected B. D and D is represented as D. C and from the above axis, from the left to right axis, we have to cut a called C. Okay, this square lamina is compressed till just. Okay, then read the question one more time. Read the question one more time. And one of the edge is inclined at 30 degree to VP. So I have to draw HP region in the VP data. And again one of the edge. Okay, one of the edge. We have to draw VP data in HP region. Okay, till now this portion will be completed. 1, then projecting the points towards upwards, then 2, then mark an angle and projecting these points to this line, shifted these points to this line, then projecting the lines towards downwards, this line from left to right, and cutting point as an intersector point, whatever it may be, it represented A, B, C, D. Okay, then the another point called 30 degree from VP. Okay, we have to make an angle 30 degree to over here. Okay, in the question it says edge is tilted at an angle. Okay, so we have to place the points B and C in the angle inclination line here. So we have to shifted this square lamina this to this, but these 2 points will be placed over B and C here. Okay, this is the main condition, we have to keep that in mind. Okay, while drawing the figure. Okay, B and C is inclined, is placed over the inclination line. Okay, if someone says if I draw a D to A, we have to draw, but this based on this position we have to tilt it here. Okay, B to C and A to D, the same exact markings will be drawn over here. Then projecting these points towards bottom to up, then projecting these points from left to right, the cutting point is represented from A and A dash, B and B dash, C and C dash, D and D dash. We get a final square projecting the above view called final front view. This is how we draw regular hexagon, regular square lamina. Okay. Then move on to the next sum, corner based hexagon. Okay, then I have to draw the hexagon in the horizontal axis over here. It is tilted at 45 degree to HP. In the VP region we have to draw HP data, in the HP region we have to draw VP data. But one of the main interesting is initially the question says one of the corners on HP, so we have to draw the hexagon in the HP axis, HP region, making the points over in the above direction, and A, B, C, D are visible points, F dash and E dash are invisible points, and it is put it in the bracket, projecting these points towards upwards. Then make an angle of 45 degree placed over the protector here and shifting these points to these lines. Then with the exact measurements, okay, A from A to B dash here, B to C here, C to D here, okay. Then projecting these points towards downwards, projecting these points towards left to right, okay. The intersecting points A and A, the cutting point is A, F and F, F, E and E, E, D and D, D, B and B, B, okay. This point is B dash F dash, okay. This C and this line C, we get a compressed hexagon, okay. This is bigger one, this is a compressed one. Then the question based shifted 1 and then 2, then 3, then 4, we are here, okay. Then the question says the plane of the diagonal makes an angle 45 degree diagonal, okay. Some place just over here we place the protector and mark a 45 degree line. The question says diagonal, so the diagonal is AD. In the original diagram also itself says AD, okay. So we have to place the 2 points A and D in the inclination line. From the inclination line we have to measure all the points and cut it over here, and it shifted the hexagon here in the clockwise direction, okay. So that initially I mentioned in the clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction, clockwise direction A, F, E, D, B, C, okay. If we shifted this hexagon to this hexagon by using a box method, surrounded the compressed hexagon and shifted these hexagon points to hexagon points using the box method, okay. The box method itself says with the exact measurements, only initially we have to draw A to D, okay. From A to D rectangle line is shifted and this rectangle line is shifted and this shorter edge is shifted, shorter edge is shifted, and plot the points over here. From projecting these points from the downwards to upwards, then projecting these points from left to right. The cutting point is represented as double 2 dash, okay. Already I mentioned dash here, so in the final front view I mentioned double dash here. B and B, the cutting point is B double dash. Intersecting line also called as A and A, this point is A double dash. D and D, D double dash. E and E, E double dash, okay. We got a final hexagon in the final front view direction. Another question, a hexagonal plate of 30 mm, one of its corner in HP. Also I have to draw the hexagon in the horizontal direction with the corners at the right side, okay. This method is called right side method, okay. And the opposite corners on VP, okay. Opposite corners on VP means final view. The plate makes an angle 60 degree to HP, 60 degree to HP, okay. So the projecting lines are here and some place over just here, and place a protector, and by making the angle 60 degree by shifting this the exact points to these points, okay, and placing the projecting points towards downwards, these points towards left to right, and the cutting points F, and this line F is F, E, and this line is E, D and D, D, C and C line DC, B and B line E, A and A line. The hexagon is which is finally get a interested hexagon. The question itself says opposite corners on VP, okay. Opposite corners on VP means this hexagon with the exact measurement is drawn in the reference axis VP line, okay. D, this hexagon is D, from D to C, C, from C to B, B, from B to A, B to A, from A to F, from F to E, straight line. So projecting these points towards downward to upward, these 2 points from leftward to rightward, and the cutting point is intersecting lines or intersecting lines. F is F, A, and this point is A dash. These two opposite sides, we get a final out called, the question itself says opposite corners on VP. So this will be the exact diagram. Okay.